Welcome back to the realm of the mindful madman. The world is a very peculiar place. In this world, you have love, light, mystery, adventure, compassion, abundance, beauty, nature, all the things that make mankind continue living, right? But then you have another side. You can hear the cars going. A darker side, which I've come to realize is also a part of the human experience. And learning to know how the dark side of the world actually turns you into a better person and helps you fulfill your purpose and actually move along through it is also something that I think people should take into account instead of always just seeing things as either good or bad. I mean, obviously there are things that are obviously bad, but looking deeper, right? And I say that because one of the things that I love about videography and writing and film and poetry is that you can create art in such a way where if you want to spread a message to someone but you don't want to outrightly say it, you put subliminals through art. I mean, that's literally what Hollywood has been doing for decades. Now, whether or not they're doing that to pretty much show you what's going to happen before it happens, or they're trying to warn you, I personally think that not the actors themselves, because they don't make the movies, but I think a lot of the directors and a lot of writers, although they may be in Hollywood, I think some of them were actually sent here to send a message to people to try to get them to wake up, right? And after you receive that message and that download, it's up to you whether or not you want to run with it and go on that course of action or ignore it and remain where you are. And one of the things that I want to start doing on this channel as well, I watch a lot of short films. I'm on YouTube looking at other people's channels. I watch movies, I read books. I know I said, when I first started this channel, that this channel was going to be about movies and books and me talking about it and stuff, and I will do that. I've already started, but I'm going to continue to do that. But I also want to shout out or mention certain videos from other channels that I'm watching, so that when you come onto my channel and you're watching my videos, sometimes you get a direction to someone else, right? Because I don't know everything, right? I have my own style of filming, my own style of talking, my own style of writing, but I want to also promote and support other people who are also light bearers, who are also putting that truth, so that you can go to their pages. I think that social media can be very vain, and it's kind of set up in that way, subscribe, people create videos and they put out content and promote things so that you come to their page directly. But I think that if the collective theme, or the collective idea of sharing your art to spread the truth and help people reach the enlightenment state of getting closer to the Most High and fulfilling their purpose, then anyone who in your spirit you believe is trying to help someone else do that, you should support them and shout them out when you can, whenever you see fit in your videos or whatever to do so. And I'm not going to go deep into this person's video because I want it to speak for itself. I'm not going to explain it, none of that. But there's a YouTuber that I follow, and she's a filmmaker, she's a storyteller. Her name is Deja Vu. Hopefully I said that properly. But she is a light bearer. She's someone who has a gift of being able to take a difficult concept or ideology or way of thinking and break it down into a visual that's appealing to much of the senses, right? And I've been following her channel for a minute now, and she posted a video a few days ago. Actually, was it yesterday? I don't remember. But she posted a video a few days ago. I do not remember the title to, but I'll put it in the description. And it was very profound. It was very eye-opening, and it touched me, right? And it touched me so much so that I rewatched it about 15 times. I'm not even gonna lie. I do that sometimes with people's work, especially if it's really short, because it was a short film. And when you watch it, I hope that whatever message or awakening she was instructed by the Most High to present to you in that video, I hope it really does reach the depths of your soul. Whether you are already aware of the message in the video, in the film, or not. I think that at every person's life, there is a certain time where you have that moment where you have to make a decision whether or not you're going to lead your life based off of how you grew up knowing things, how maybe society shaped your mind into seeing the world or your beliefs, or whether or not you're actually going to sit there and do the inner work and come to your own conclusions about what you want to believe. I think a lot of times people blindly listen to things and watch things and believe things because that's how they grew up, That's what their parents taught them and the grandparents, and they've been passed down, and they don't really question it, right? But I think that in everything, even the truth, you should always question it and come to your own conclusions based off of your own life experiences of whether or not you're going to believe something wholeheartedly or not. Because if you have a belief system that wasn't solidified in your own life experience, the inner depths that you've discovered about yourself, if it's not solidified that way, then it can easily be swayed either to something that is destructive, something that's trickery, something that is a lie, or it can be hopefully swayed to you believing the truth. And I think that a lot of people really should sit down with themselves and really just think, whatever it is that you believe, am I believing this because I grew up this way and I truly believe that this is the right way, or I'm just kind of blindly following the masses? And if you come up in a religion or whatever and you just believe in it because your parents believe that, you don't have a real reason why, then you're following the masses, because more than likely that's the same thing that they did. All right. And again, I'm prefacing this because that video, that short film, is it's definitely something that if you watch it and you look and listen to the lyrics and the words being said in the video intently, it might be the catalyst to you unlocking different parts of truth and helping you kind of steer in the right direction. One thing I will say before I go: the way of the world is usually wrong. It's usually a lie. If you see that most people around you are doing a certain thing, or believing in a certain way, or following a certain tradition, if you look deeper into it, it's usually something sinister. It's usually something false. The way of truth, the narrow path, is it's a lot thinner. It's a lot less people go on that path. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go deep into it because I want the video to speak for itself. But I really do urge you to actually think about the things you are believing and figure out whether or not this is something that I truly believe because it came from my soul, the Most High revealed it to me or whatever, or I'm believing this because that's just how I grew up and I never really challenged my belief system. Not everything that I believe now that I've come into, I grew up on, right? There's a lot of unlearning that I had to do from the beliefs that I was instilled in me as a child to now. A lot of it I still believe, and most of it was good. But in the act of pruning and getting closer to the Most High, you have to accept the fact of not knowing, and might be accepting the fact of not knowing and maybe being wrong on a lot of things that you thought were right, and being humble enough to realize that and actually change instead of remaining in a reprobate mind. So going forward, I'm definitely going to be shouting out a lot of different YouTubers that I see on here, because I just think that's important to really support others, especially people who are in the same space as you that are really just trying to help other people elevate. Like, it really isn't all about you, right? And I've never really been one to like boast myself. Like, I try to be humble. I don't like being in the limelight. That's why, like, I don't even like doing videos showing my face and stuff like that. But sometimes I just want to get a video out and I don't really want to like put too much editing and all that in there. And I generally don't like being on camera. So if I'm gonna be on camera, it's gonna be something different, something cinematic-ish. But yeah, you're definitely gonna see more of other people's channel, other people's work, because I think at the end of the day, the more we shout each other out and share that message to other people, you're building a force field around darkness. Because if there's a bunch of light bearers that have their own channels and they're spreading their own word and they're getting downloads from the Most High and they're putting out their work, imagine how much greater and how much farther the stretch and reach it could go if we all just supported each other and shouted each other out in our videos. Not to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this so that they can subscribe to me or that I can get their subscribe. None of that, bro. Like, none of that fake selfish stuff. Like, that stuff literally will put you in the grave. It'll make you poor, you know what I'm saying, financially and every other way, if you're always selfish. Sometimes help other people and mention other people just simply for the fact that you want to see others win. That's it, without trying to get anything in return. So check out her channel. I'm gonna put the link in the description. She makes amazing short films and other deep talks and discussions, and she does it in a very cinematic way. So if you're someone that's more into like visuals and stuff, definitely check out her page. Her name is Deja Vu. In the most recent video, I don't know why I'm blanking right now, I cannot remember it. Oh, in transit just in time for the holidays. Yeah, I remembered. But yeah, check her video out. And if you want to start a discussion on it, let me know in the comments what you think. Or actually, you can comment on my page, whatever, but comment on her page and you can just start a discussion on her channel. So yeah, it's really like now is literally the time to tap in. If you're out here and you want to share something, you got a message to share, you have a story to tell, you better get on it now, because this is the revival. It's the revival of authenticity. It's the revival of truth. And once that spark starts and it turns into a small flame, there's no stopping it. It's like those everlasting flames you see in like different pockets of the world. That's what truth is. It's everlasting. It can never be destroyed. And it's only going to grow from here. And the only way that you can attempt with severe, thick, heavy air quotes, the only way you can attempt to stop that is if you destroy the voice piece from speaking the truth. But truth in itself is a spirit, so if you destroy the voice, the mouthpiece, the messenger, if you try to destroy them, you try to take them off this earth, that truth is only going to spread to someone else, and like a wildfire, it just grows and spreads everywhere and can't be contained. So if you feel it in your spirit to be a part of that movement, start your YouTube channel today. It's the Mindful Madman, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.